The false advertising becomes abundantly clear when trading advocates will use trivial examples such as a little girl's lemonade stand right off the bat when selling the concept of trade, instead of going for a gun shop or the selling of the drug crocodile and the demonizing of addicts and other scapegoats because of inherent system flaws.
I sell people a means to defend themselves, Ava. That's all.
Yuri, I see the news. I see those pictures. The guns are bigger than the boy.
There is nothing illegal about what I do!
I don't care if it's legal. It's wrong.
People will justify trading with numerous fallacies, which is false advertising. The assumption people want goods rather than simply strategic access to goods. It's human nature to be selfish when a competitive society will inevitably lead to bad public health, and human behaviours are brought out of people by the social environment. A belief in Adam Smith's invisible hand, with economists making interpretations of the vague, contradictory metaphor that overall, social benefit will occur in an atmosphere of people trying to screw each other over or trade. The market is about an addiction to wealth at the expense of others, ensuring scarcity for the poor. No amount of indifferent trading will provide overall social benefit at all. The market is a religion. Modern money mechanics even admits this with their use of the term confidence, which easily correlates with the words faith and opinion. And finally, how anyone skeptical of this nonsense must believe in communism or totalitarianism, or a form of government in which the ruler is an absolute dictator. The irony being, that's what the current situation is. So if you disagree with fascism, you must be advocating fascism as the alternative. Or you must advocate extreme violence if you want a peaceful society. Such thinking and criticism cannot understand a scientific perspective of human behaviour because of an evident bias towards human nature being negative. Among the many reasons why this bias occurs, it must be removed from our social values if we want a functional society. Regardless of what symbol is given to represent otherwise, politics is inherently fascist. Recognising natural laws is different from fascism, as the question is not who will make the decision that prayer is violence. We test prayer and find out that it does nothing. Therefore, parents telling their little children that prayer works is slavery and outright abuse. The same with glorifying war in nonsense patriotic rituals like a minute's silence. Such a conversation departs communication, being rational and even English, and becomes shallow and derogatory when it becomes a strict usage of one-liners, undefined politically charged words, slanderous labels, and a life blindness to the effects of modern trade. There is a difference between English or a human language and rhetoric. For people to actually have a conversation, the words must actually be defined, as is the case with simple conversation. But when it comes to sacred beliefs, people become regurgitating machines and aren't thinking for themselves. They say what they've been taught to say against a more reasonable way of managing society. Anything is said not to be persuasive with logic and evidence, but with threats and politically charged words to get people to fall in line. Hello, Pat Bateman. You want some money? Some food? Is this what you need? I'm hungry. Yeah, cold out too, isn't it? Why don't you get a job? If you're so hungry, why don't you get a job? I lost my job. Why? You're drinking. Is that why you lost it? Insider trading? Just joking. Listen, what's your name? Al. Speak up, come on. Al. Get a goddamn job, Al. You've got a negative attitude. That's what's stopping you. You've got to get your act together. I'll help you. You are so kind, mister. You're a kind man. It's okay. I can tell. Please, you gotta tell me what to do. You gotta help me. I'm so cold. I'm hungry. Do you know how bad you smell? You reek of shit, do you know that? Al, I'm sorry. It's just that, I don't know. I don't have anything in common with you. Oh, thank you, mister, thank you. I'm cold out here. You know what a fucking loser you are? What? Wealth and poverty are actually both forms of poverty. Poverty being the deprivation of direct human requirements, and wealth being the deprivation of love. A shallow wealth addiction obviously disregards the poor, meaning a wealthy person's brain is sick and isn't working correctly.